Deep philosophy, philosophy from our inner depth. Hello, Winfried.
Hi, Ran. It's a pleasure to meet you here.
Several weeks ago, you and I were in a philosophical retreat, a retreat of deep philosophy, and we contemplated in a group on various texts. And one of the texts that we used was a text by the Spanish philosopher Maria Zambrano. The text basically is about why do we write? What is the reason that people write? And she is referring to writing philosophy or writing literature or writing poetry or writing in your journal. Why do we write? What's the function? And her basic answer is we write because in everyday life, the moments are like an avalanche, moment after moment, event after event, word after word, everything runs. And writing is a way of stopping this flow and creating a space where we can really enjoy, where we can really taste our words and really create. So, Winfried, you say that this text was interesting for you, intrigued you, was meaningful for you. Can you explain why?
Yeah. Usually I think about language as a tool that we use to communicate, to express ourselves. I was never deeply thinking about what is writing and speaking different. It's using words in special ways, maybe. And then I read exactly what you have already described, how this speaking goes on. We are in our daily life, we are meeting people, there are challenges, we meet these challenges and we react to it, we talk and talk. And we are collecting victory after victory, so it's a path of victory. But on this path, then if we don't take care, it can change into a loss. So all the victories, in all these victories, we could, or there is a danger that we lose ourselves. So how is it to collect yourself after you have had released so many words to the world? She's saying that speaking is a releasing of words. So writing is something different. You retain the words, you listen to the words. So you come to yourself, but not in an empty space, so to say, but you are still living in language, but it's starting to become your language, and it is speaking to you, and not you have to speak to others. And this experience is what intrigued me, that there is a loss in all the speaking, and that you have to collect yourself.
So do you feel this in a personal way, that in everyday life, sometimes maybe through speaking, you kind of lose yourself because it comes out, and the writing enables you to retain, to hold yourself?
Yes, I felt a good description of my own experience, which I couldn't have probably told if nobody has brought me to it. I also know this losing myself and this collecting, the disintegration into the world, and then recollecting myself in times, loneliness, solitude.
And is there any sentence in the text that exemplifies or this idea, or that touches you?
Yes, it's like a formula, you could say. On one point, she says, after she had explained this loss that you can have after all victories, and from this loss, an intimate human loss, not of a particular person, but of the human being, the need to write is born. I love this expression. From whatever, a need to do something is born. I made other sentences. From releasing words, the need to restrain generosity is born. Or from the feel of disintegration, the need to collect oneself again is born. So this is like a formula that can tell you something about yourself.
So do you find that this text says something, calls you to do something, reminds you to do something?
I'm writing a blog, so once a month I submit a text, and I think intuitively this was already the direction. I'm not trying to explain something to somebody, but I want to catch a thought and to give it words, which is difficult, but which is very rewarding if you try to. So it's a kind of a contemplation of a topic that I have in mind. And then I try to make a kind of an ikebana. Maybe you know this Japanese art of presenting flowers. So in this way, present the thought in words. And this is nothing that you can do in speech. This is not a daily hustle and bustle. It is, you have a thought and you have to contemplate about it, and then you put words around it until you like it. And this is not writing a poem, but it is writing a thought and a text about it, about one page. I do this once a month.
The need for a space of writing. Do you feel, more than think, do you feel that it makes you a better person? It's a big question.
Hard to say a better person. I'm just the one I am. And the value that I attach to myself is not being this or that person, but this astonishing ability to understand and grasp issues in the world, in the depths of other people, maybe also of the holy realm. And to have this contact is what makes life worth living, not the value that I attach to myself. That's not very significant, I would say.
The amazing ability to think about this, to savor, to taste, to contemplate on those big issues. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Winfried, for sharing with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ran, for opening, because without questions, no thoughts come. Bye-bye.